Hey, what's up guys, this is MJ. Welcome back to another video, and just want to say, first of all, if you guys hear any noise in the background, I apologize ahead of hand. But in case you haven't realized that, in a lot of my videos there's this like annoying creaking sound here, this, or like some really loud squeaking sound. That's my chair, and I finally decided to get a different chair that's a lot quieter, a hell of a lot quieter. It's a wooden chair, so the maximum noise it makes is this, and that's when I'm like really pushing it. So I guess probably the only other sounds you'll hear is sounds in my living room or sounds from out the window, because it's fucking hot in here, considering that it's like, I don't know, like 20 or 19 degrees Fahrenheit in Canada right now. Anyway, on to the topic at hand. So in case you guys did not see my video from a couple days ago, I had a job at Taco Bell, and that was a vlog that I made. And I've had this job, I got hired, officially hired on January 17th, 2018. And I was kind of happy. I was pretty happy about it, because I really needed a job, and the fact that I got a job at a restaurant is just really awesome. And in case you guys did not know, I actually applied for a job at Wendy's, and I had an orientation. I was going to be hired. Actually, no, I was basically hired, and I was basically waiting for them to call me for training. And they basically called me and said, hey, yeah, we changed our mind, we don't like you. And yeah, they said something about, because like when I went to the interview, right, when I went to the orientation, I was actually just finishing another job like that I was doing on the side just to get a little bit of money, right? So my clothes were a little bit kind of smelled like oil, kind of, and they thought that I had kind of bad hygiene, and I assure you that I shower every single fucking day, so that there's no fucking question in that. Like, I don't know what the fuck is their problem. And I told them that I was actually doing something earlier that day, and that I didn't have time to change my clothes, so I just came to the orientation, and they didn't care. They still fired. They still were like, nope, we don't want you. So I was fired before I was even hired, before I was even really officially working. So, but that was kind of the downhill turn, right? Because I was pretty excited. I thought I was gonna be working, but I wasn't. And then I got a job at Taco Bell. I applied at Taco Bell on Indeed, and I actually got it, which I thought was pretty damn awesome, because I've never worked at a fast food place, and I don't know, it was kind of cool. And when I went to the interview, I could just already tell that this guy did not like me. Okay, there was 3 people that were interviewing me, right? There was this girl, there was this woman, she called me for the interview, right? And she didn't seem that bad, right? She was alright. But when I was working with her, she's really strict. She's really strict every single time. She's just really strict, right? And then this guy just seems like really serious, and that he doesn't like me, kind of thing. It's like, and then there was another guy, the third guy. Like, I actually was getting some pretty good vibes from him. Like, we actually started up a good conversation there during the interview, and that was pretty good, you know. And I've talked to him at work too, and we really do get along. And I never had a problem with him since I met him. And there's a chair again. But yeah, I never had a problem with him. But then this guy, this other guy, this main guy, I'm just gonna call him John. Alright. John, from the second that I met him, I could tell that he didn't give a shit about me. During the interview, he looked in my eyes. He looked at me like I just murdered his son or something. Just that dead look. And like, I don't think he's ever smiled to me and like even during the interview, he was like really hesitant to shake my hand. It's just fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so fast forward to the orientation where I'm going to go and get my uniform and all that, and get a tour of the store, see how everything's going while everyone's working. He basically does not even greet me as soon as I walk in, right? Because keep in mind, I had to go all the way downtown. I applied like really close to where I live. It's actually around, actually no, it's closer than UPS where I used to work. But then this guy, like as soon as I walked in, because I had to go downtown, as soon as I walked in, he didn't say hi to me. He was just like, sit down. That's it. Just sit down. Like in a really kind of like the way he talked to me, it was like I was being fired before I was even actually hired. So it was weird. It was kind of ridiculous. So I was just sitting there on my phone, right, waiting for the orientation to start. And this guy, as soon as some girls walk in, right, like as soon as they're just walking in, he's already kissing their ass. He's like, "Oh, how are you? Thanks for coming. I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing?" Like he's already sucking up to them. Like I'm like, what the fuck? It's stupid. Like he loves those girls. I could tell that he really loves those girls. And I was pretty whatever. I didn't really care. Okay, so fast forward through that day, got my uniform and signed a couple forms and all that shit. And then first day, right? First day I was supposed to be working. I couldn't really go in at first because they had like a little fire inspection, so nobody was allowed near the store or in the store. So he was calling me. He said, meet him at the Starbucks at 12 o'clock. So I'm coming downtown. I'm almost downtown already. He calls me. Actually, no, I'm basically already downtown. I'm just down the street. And then he calls me again. He says, "You know what? No, just come straight to the Taco Bell." Alright, so I go there and I walk in and everything's fine, right? And he basically shows everyone how to do all the stuff, right? And yeah, it was all right. But the thing is, I already told you about this part. He didn't tell me when I was supposed to be leaving or anything. He didn't tell me what time I'm supposed to be going. I ended up leaving at like 5 o'clock. I hate like leaving downtown Toronto at 5 o'clock p.m. It's fucking madness. Like you're gonna get trampled everywhere. There's people everywhere. It's literally New York City. Like it's that bad. It's really packed. And I actually have a video on my phone of how packed the subway was one day. Alright, so fast forward a few days, right? I was working there for a bit. I was getting it. They basically had me on frying the whole fucking time. And so I was frying, and out of nowhere, he was just like, because he gave me a menu that I have to memorize, right? Fuck, I can't talk, sorry. He gave me a menu with all the ingredients, all the stuff, how to make everything on the menu. And he was basically like, you have to memorize this. Alright, I didn't really care. I just looked at it and I memorized some of them, like the simple things, like the soft taco and the hard taco. That's really all I memorized. But now, like, then he came up to me. He's like, okay, you don't really memorize anything. Because he tried to quiz me, right? He was like, I didn't really memorize anything. I even fucked up on the fry supreme. The fry supreme is really easy to make. But so it was like, if you can't memorize this stuff, I can't keep you here. Alright, so I was like, you know what? Give me a few days and I will memorize it. Alright, and then the next day I had work. I memorized it for the most part, right? And then we were also studying together. That's what me and these guys were always doing. We were always studying together. And then So I was working on the line, right? And in case you don't know what the line is basically where all the cold ingredients are. So where the lettuce and cheese and tomatoes and stuff like that are. And there's the cold line, and then there's the hot line. Cold line is all the stuff that needs to be kept cold, like the lettuce and cheese and stuff. And the hot line is it's self-explanatory with the stuff needs to be kept warm, like the chicken and the beans and the beef, all that. And basically they had me just frying all the time. And I told them, what, like, I was like, you know what, I can't memorize anything unless I am actually trying to make the burritos and stuff like that. So basically that day I was making burritos and I wasn't doing too bad. You know, I ended up getting the hang of it after a few days, and it wasn't too bad, right? And from working there, like they were like, anytime there's nothing to do, don't just stand around, like, just clean. So every day I would go there, I would go and I would clean, right? I would prepare all the backup food, so that if say if the beef runs out, we have a backup, or if the cheese runs out, we also have a backup. So, and then I was also frying the stuff for the morning, and I was mopping and sweeping out the lobby where all the tables are, sweeping the tables, sweeping underneath the tables, wiping off the tables, all of that, cleaning the washrooms, right? They're basically doing a lot of basically setting up the store, right? And it wasn't too hard, right? I would always be doing that. Alright, and one thing that I always do whenever there's nothing to do, whenever there's no customers or anything, I just go and wash the dishes. Now me, I hate doing dishes, right? I hate doing dishes here. God damn, that plane is loud. But I really genuinely hate doing dishes. But anytime I just fucking go do dishes, especially when there's nothing to do, because if I'm doing dishes, even when I'm just spraying the fucking water, it looks like I'm doing something. And actually, in theory, I was, because I was just spraying the water on the pans and the bowls and stuff like that. All the different dishes, those like containers that you put the food in, right? And anytime you, like, basically I did everything, right? I memorized everything, and I was doing really good, right? Although there was this one sale day that kind of went to shit, because here's the thing, right? So they put me in the cold line, so I was like putting all the toppings on, like lettuce, cheese, tomato, all that stuff, and they basically had one guy like warming up the tortillas, and also putting on the meat and the beans and stuff like that, and then he was supposed to hand it to me while it's in the packaging that's supposed to be in, and then I put in the other ingredients like the lettuce, cheese, tomato, and basically that whole day, like especially around lunchtime, they were just like, my teammates were basically pushing me aside of my own thing, right? Because some of the stuff I didn't really memorize 100%, so I was kind of lost a little bit, right? So I wasn't doing too bad, but most of the stuff I knew how to do it, because most of the time they were just coming and ordering the Doritos Locos Tacos, which is basically a taco supreme, which has like it's beef, beans, has beef, lettuce, sour cream, and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, I can't really think of it right now. I'm not even gonna try right now, but like I do know it, right? So I was making it, and there was like a lot of the Doritos coming in on the thing, right? Nobody was clearing them, so we didn't know which ones were for which. And then whenever I would just wrap them and give it to the person that was supposed to be wrapping, they didn't put it, they didn't pack it, or they didn't give it to the customer that it's supposed to be for, and they were coming into my section, and like even I had to wrap some burritos because the wrapper was like really stuck. They were like wrapping something else, so I had to wrap some burritos too. Well, I was working my ass off, right? And then the other guys would just come and just push me away, and yeah, they were just pushing me away from what I'm trying to do. And then that whole day, there's these two girls that are training to be managers, right? And they are, in case you guys did not know, this is a whole story, so this might be a long video. So there's these two girls that are training to be managers, and only one of them was there today, that day, and man, she is a complete bitch. I don't usually say that, but she's a fucking complete bitch. I mean, anything I do, anything I say, she thinks she's thinking like, oh, you're talking back to me, like I'm giving her attitude or something like that, which is stupid. Like, she complains when I don't reply, right? Say if she tells me, hey, drop fries, and I don't say anything, like she expects me to say, okay, like just like that as soon as she says it, like drop fries, okay. Like, it takes me like a little second to confirm, right? And then she's like, as soon as she says it, not even half a second later, she's just like, hey, did you hear me? Matthew, I'm listening. I'm talking to you. Did you hear me? Like, she's so annoying. She's always doing that, right? And then she gets mad whenever I don't say anything. Well, whenever I don't say anything when in the time that she wants me to say it. All right? But when I do say something, she says I'm talking back or giving her attitude, which is ridiculous. It's like, what the fuck do you want me to do then? And like that day, like we got the orders out, and somebody else came in, and they just put an order for a soft taco. All right, and you know what this girl did? All right, I'm just gonna call her. I'm gonna call her Betty. Right? So Betty basically stopped everybody, got everybody together, and started trying to talk to everybody. And like, this girl like lectures. She doesn't talk. She fucking lectures. She would just stand there and talk. She was just standing there and trying to get everyone to talk about what happened while there's still an order on the damn screen. And like, I pick up a cloth and I'm trying to clean off the little thing where you put the tacos in, just so that when I get the soft taco, so that it's not dirty, right? And she was like giving me a bunch of shit. She was like, stop doing stuff, just stand there. Like, at that point, like, I didn't know what she wanted me to do, so I was asking her, what do you want me to do? And she was just being like, oh, why are you talking back? Why do you always have something to say? It's like, she gives me shit for saying anything, and she's always saying that I'm talking back to her when I'm just replying to her, and it's fucking ridiculous. And it got to a point where like, she was arguing with me in front of the customers. Like, there was a bunch of customers that were sitting there eating, and one customer was waiting for their fucking taco. Right? Soft taco takes like less than 30 seconds to make. Right? Under the right conditions, it should take like less than, actually no, maybe 30 seconds is a little bit unrealistic, but a minute, right? And he's just sitting there waiting because it's just beef, lettuce, and cheese. That's it. It's all it is, and a soft taco. That's it. And then you just wrap it and give it to him. It's not that hard. And she just wants to sit there and lecture everybody while this guy's standing there waiting for a simple fucking order. And I'm trying to clean off the thing so they can make the damn thing, so I can pack everything in there. And then she's giving me shit, which is it's stupid. You know, she always has something against me. Like, that day, she actually wanted me to go home, and the manager, John, like, he was there. He's the actual manager, right? and he didn't say shit. He was like, just listen to your manager, right? And he's my fucking manager, not fucking Betty. Betty's not a fucking manager. She's just a manager in training. So she has no authority telling me a bunch of shit like that. Like trying to tell me to go home and all that shit. That's ridiculous. Alright, so that day was absolutely insane. But so from that day on, I didn't really talk to her. Right? And then fast forward a few more days, I was just working, right? I was doing really good. Alright, I was learning all the ingredients I need to put on everything. I started doing more stuff like steaming and grilling, making quesadillas, making a bunch of other things that I haven't made before. And I was doing really good. Alright, now fast forward to a few days ago, right? There were some days where I didn't go in, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really want to go in. Alright, there was one day where I was actually feeling a little bit sick, so I didn't go. Right? So I went in on a Monday, right? And the thing is, he usually changes the schedule on a day that I'm not even there. So I call him, I call John, and I ask him, hey, am I supposed to be on? When am I supposed to be on? And then he's starting to give me shit. He's like, oh, you should know your schedule, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, like, how the fuck am I supposed to know the schedule if I'm not there when it changes? That doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna rip out my eyes, throw them all the way downtown, roll them into the store, and somehow get them elevated enough to see the damn schedule. Yeah, okay. That's fucking genius. And then, basically, there was some days where I didn't know the schedule, so I just stayed home. And I was actually taking care of my sister because my sister was actually sick. Alright? So those days I called and said, yeah, I'm just taking care of my sister. Alright? So that was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday I was going to come in. But I called him and I was asking him, when am I supposed to come in? Right? Because I didn't know the schedule. Because I didn't want to waste my time going all the way downtown. Waste my money. Okay? Not even my money, my mom's money. Alright? Because I didn't have any money. I didn't get paid yet. We get paid every 2 weeks. I haven't seen a penny. Alright? So it would have been a pain in the ass for me to go all the way downtown, ask my mom for money, go all the way downtown, and then I'm not even supposed to be working that day. That's the thing. That's the problem, right? And the simple, like, he makes the schedule every week. The least he could do is just send me the damn schedule in an email or a text message, right? At least send me like one day of the schedule. Be like, okay, you're working on Monday. Okay, I'm good with that. Email me or text me or call me or something, right? Because I'm not there to see it change, and this guy just does not get it. All right. Like, I don't know why he was fucking doing that, right? And so the Monday I was there, okay, and then the Tuesday I was actually, it was fucking nuts. The train I was late for work, right? So usually if you're late for work, like here, you just shouldn't bother coming at all. So that day I said I was taking care of my sister, but I was actually downtown. I was actually downtown with my friend because he had an interview down there, right? So I was down there, and I was basically hiding from the fucking store because it was past 10 o'clock. I got around there, like around the time that the store was opening, and basically that time is like way too late to come in. And so me and my friend were just down there, and then I came back, right? So Monday I was working, Tuesday I was going to go to work, right? But then maybe I'll put up a video of how the train station was and why it was delayed for like over half an hour. Good.
damn. TTC 2018. Fucking packed. Stairs to go upstairs, packed. Stairs to go downstairs are right here, hidden.
So that was it. That was it. I don't know if you guys saw that. Maybe I put it in or maybe I didn't. But it was absolutely packed. Right? It was packed upstairs and downstairs for the north-south, for the line 1 trains and the line 2 trains. Right? We're just completely, the platforms were completely packed. Alright? And it's fucking nuts. It was absolutely nuts. And I was late. So I didn't bother going in. Okay? So that day, it was whatever. Okay? That's the only day that I actually just skipped. Okay, the other days I didn't know my fucking schedule because he wouldn't tell me. Okay, I kept constantly calling him and asking him. He wouldn't answer his phone. Okay, so it was just like, you want? Fine, I just won't go in. And then Friday, he finally answered my call, and he's like, okay. All right, he told me to come in on Monday. All right, so I came in on Monday, and I was working. Okay, and then Tuesday I was off again, and then same thing happened. He changed the schedule. Alright, so I wasn't there to see it. Okay, after he changed the schedule, let's see what happened. After he changed the schedule on Tuesday, okay, Wednesday I was actually going to go. I didn't want to go, right? Because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go. Well, I thought I was supposed to go maybe, because like a lot of times I'm working like Tuesday. No, I'm working Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I went in on Wednesday, and then basically, no, actually no, I was going to go in on Wednesday, and that day my alarm did not go off at all. Okay, that was my fault too. That day my alarm did not go off. Alright, so I texted him. I was like, sorry, my alarm didn't go off, and it was fine. He didn't text me back or call me back or anything. Alright, then the next day, Thursday, I actually went in. Alright, and when I went in the store, there was a bunch of people there that I have not seen before. Okay, I went and looked at the schedule. I wasn't even supposed to be working on Wednesday or Thursday. So the next day I was supposed to be scheduled was Friday. So Friday, Monday, and then Tuesday again. And then the store was supposed to be open on the 19th. On the store that I actually applied at, right? So I went home. And that day, that same day in the afternoon, he called me and he basically fired me. And he was saying that I haven't learned anything, that I don't know the line, I don't know what to put on, I don't know the ingredients, when I do. And that he's the thing that he was always saying, it was like, I'm just standing around. And I was never just standing around. The only time I was standing around was when his other employees were telling me to do something, like for instance to put fries in the fryer, right? To drop fries. They would tell me to drop fries, and I would go take out the fries, and then here comes the same guy that told me to drop fries, taking the fries from me and putting them in the fryer. So then what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Like, he tells me to drop fries, to put fries in the fryer, and then not even 5 seconds later it just comes and does it for me while I'm in the middle of doing it. Okay, and then guess who conveniently looks? John conveniently looks over and sees him doing it while I'm just standing there. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's really, really ridiculous. And man, this video is really long. This video is really stretching. But yeah, he basically fired me. And it's complete bullshit. Alright, yeah, I know there was some days I wasn't there. There was some days I wasn't there. And all of those days was because I didn't know my schedule. Okay, if I knew I was supposed to be scheduled, and I would have gone in. And also the thing that kind of pissed me off too was that I didn't get paid. Alright, I was working there for almost 3 weeks and I haven't seen a single check. I haven't seen anything coming in. And the thing is, like, I have to ask my mother for money. Right? I don't want to have to ask her for money all the time. Like, a guy that has a job asking their mom for money. That's just stupid. You know? And I wanted to start seeing some money coming in. So, but last week, Friday, I actually started seeing some money coming in. And I bought a bus pass, right? For a whole month. For all of February. Alright, and basically, it kind of went down the shitter. Because now this week, I'm fired. And it's retarded. It's ridiculous. I'm absolutely furious about it. Because yeah, it was a lot of days there that I was there where I was not there, right? And it's kind of understandable. I don't live anywhere around downtown. I live like 2 hours away, right? So to bring my ass down there, not knowing if I have work or not, it's a waste of time. And especially if I don't have any tokens, or if I don't have my bus pass, it's a waste of money. So then, that's why I asked him my schedule, and he's giving me a bunch of shit. And that's basically what happened. That's the truth of what happened. And yeah, a lot of times I was taking care of my sister, but those days I actually did not know my schedule because he didn't tell me. He didn't even email me. Every time he changed the schedule, I'm not even there, which is pretty damn ridiculous. And yeah, that's basically what happened, guys. So, long story short, well, short story long, that was the full story. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm just digging myself in a hole. I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash that like button, and I guess wish me luck on. I'm probably gonna find another job, or I might just apply for this math course and then go to college, because something that I want to do in college is I want to do either computer engineering or video game design. Actually, no, I want to do both, but I mostly want to do video game design because I really like video games, and to be able to make a video game, it'd be really cool. So that's why I really want to do that. But for those two courses, I need grade 12 math, and I don't have that, so I have to go and get it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this long video, if you guys made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. And thanks so much for watching. Wish me luck in this battle on trying to get a new phone and a car and stuff like that. Get my life together. Wish me luck, guys. And Machinima, as of February 20th, I say goodbye. It's been nice working with you. Unless I can get 1,000 subscribers before February 20th, it's done. It's gone. My partnership is gone. But anyway, thanks for watching and peace out.